Hi all, welcome to IBN India Business News. You're watching the IBN 2024 series. IBN is your weekly news capsule. The objective of the video is to cater the business news to the business students, scholars, academics, practitioners, and leaders. This video presents the business events in Indian business space in the first week of January, that is 1st to 7th of January 2024. IBN organizes the news items in a sector-wise manner for the convenience of the users. So here we go. Auto sector to start with, Tesla has sold 94,139 China-made electric vehicles in the last month, a phenomenal 68.7% increase in the previous year from the previous year. This increase was due to a 14.2% increase in the deliveries of China-made Model 3 and Model Y vehicles. Vietnam's VinFast Auto plans to invest up to $2 billion to build an electric vehicle factory in India. The factory will be located in Thoothukudi, Tamil Nadu, and is expected to begin the construction this year. Over to the aviation sector, Akasa Air announced an order for 150 Boeing 737 MAX planes this month, bringing its total order book to 226 aircrafts. The order was finalized last month, and Akasa Air placed its initial order for 72 same jets in the year 2021. Indigo, India's leading airline, removed fuel charges from its domestic and international routes. The airline had introduced the fuel charge in 2023 due to a surge in the aviation turbine fuel prices, ATF prices. Indigo stated that they will continue to adjust rates in response to the dynamic nature of ATF prices. The bankrupt airline Go First established SP Mumbai Aviation to work with leasing companies and lessors. The company is led by Sachin Naik, a former employee from the finance department. Boeing's woes are on the rise. Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun said that the Alaska Airlines fallout was and must be the focus of his team. The fallout stems from a mid-air blowout incident on an Alaska Airlines flight where the cabin panel of a 737 MAX 9 jet blew off. Over to the core sector, Vedanta Resources, the London-based parent of India's Vedanta Limited, has brought itself breathing room as it received investor consent to delay the maturity of accumulated $3.2 billion of its outstanding corporate bonds. Vedanta Resources has been locked in a cycle of chasing capital every few months to refinancing maturing debt. The Supreme Court of India has directed Securities and Exchange Board of India (SEBI) to complete its investigation into allegations made by Hindenburg Research against the Adani Group within 3 months. Court also stated that there was no reason to transfer the case to the CBI. Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone APSEZ, the ports and logistics company, has announced that it is elevating CEO Karan Adani to the role of managing director and appointing Ashwani Gupta, former global chief operating officer at Nissan Motors, as a new CEO of the company. Venezuela has agreed to supply oil to India's ONGC Videsh Limited (OVL) in exchange for a $600 million dividend. The dividend is for OVL's 40% stake in the San Cristobal field. If you're liking the video, like and share. Gautam Adani, the chairman of Adani Group, has overtaken Mukesh Ambani, chairman and managing director of Reliance Industries, in Bloomberg Billionaires Index to become the richest Indian. Adani now holds 12th spot, surpassing Ambani, who is positioned at 13th. GAIL, Gas Authority of India Limited, and Vitol Asia Private Limited, a Swiss-based Dutch multinational energy and commodity trading company, announced a long-term LNG supply deal. The agreement will see Vitol supply GAIL with around 1 million metric tons of LNG per year for approximately 10 years. Over to the finance sector, Warren Buffett has donated 1.5 million shares of Berkshire Hathaway Class B stock to the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation. The stock valued at $541.5 million was donated to the foundation named after his first wife. The foundation mainly works in the field of women's reproductive health. Geo Financial Services and BlackRock Financial Management have applied for a mutual fund license with the Securities and Exchange Board of India. As of last month, SEBI status report showed that the application was under process and under consideration for in-principle approval. Nomura Holdings is set to grant an average 16% salary hike to its younger employees at the flagship Japanese brokerage subsidiary in the next fiscal, beginning April 1st. Chris Capital and Kedara Capital are preparing their largest funds to date. Chris Capital is aiming to raise $2 to $2.2 billion for its 10th fund, and Kedara is seeking to secure $1.5 billion for its 4th fund. National Investment and Infrastructure Fund Limited has appointed Sanjeev Agarwal as Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of NIIF. Agarwal has served as partner in Actis Energy since 2008, where he was responsible for sustainable energy investments for Asia, including India. Brookfield Asset Management, a Canadian company, is acquiring American Tower Corporation's Indian business for $2 billion. The deal is expected to close in the second half of 2024, pending regulatory approvals. India's fintech sector received $2 billion in funding in 2023, which is seen as a decline of 63% and 73% compared to the previous 2 years respectively. In 2022, the fintech sector raised $5.4 billion, and in 2021 it raised about $8.4 billion. Digital payments major PhonePe announced the appointment of Ritesh Pai as CEO of its international payments business. Pai earlier worked as President, Products and Solutions at TerraPay and was responsible for launching and implementing payment products and solutions globally. You don't want to miss the future videos in this series? Then subscribe and press the bell icon. The state of Tamil Nadu has announced investment agreements exceeding $4.39 billion with companies like Tata Electronics and Pegatron, which are key suppliers for the tech giant Apple. The state has also signed investment deals with automotive giant Hyundai Motors. Moving to healthcare and pharma sector, healthcare-focused private equity firm Invacent is looking to sell its stake in Ascent Drug Research Solutions Private Limited. The deal is expected to value the drug development company at $350 to $400 million. Nivea India has announced the appointment of Geetika Mehta as the company's new managing director. Mehta joins the personal care products company from confectionery maker Hershey India. The Burman family of Dabur India Limited requested an investigation by Securities and Exchange Board of India into the allotment of Religare Finvest shares to Rashmi Saluja. The shares, which make up 8% of Religare, were allotted to Saluja through employees' stock ownership plans, ESOPs. The Burman family, which owns 21% in Religare, wants to confirm that the allotment was made in abidance with the SEBI's regulations. Moving to media, entertainment, hospitality and tourism sectors, VRO Hospitality, a fine dine chain, raised $10 million in a bridge round to expand its portfolio of brands. Funding round was led by Axis Bank, Gruhas, and also included participation from NB Ventures, Kunal Shah, and the actress Mouni Roy. News from realty, infra and logistics sectors. The Gujarat government signed preliminary investment agreements worth $7.17 trillion with as many as 58 companies. The deals cover a variety of sectors including oil and gas, energy and chemicals. The companies that signed the agreements include Indian Oil Corporation, Hindustan Petroleum, Power Grid Corporation and NTPC, to name a few. Over to the retail sector, Zomato broke records on New Year's Eve 2023 with almost as many orders as the previous 6 years combined. The company also saw a record number of orders in a single day. CEO Dipinder Goyal also announced that customers tipped delivery partners over 97 lakhs of rupees on the New Year's Eve. Gin maker Now Spirits and Beverages has explained to premium rum market with its new product has expanded into the premium rum market with its new product Pipa Rum da Goa. The spiced rum, priced at 3,000 rupees, will initially be available in Goa before being marketed in other markets, other states. Leading FMCG maker Hindustan Unilever Limited has received a goods and services tax demands and penalties, which totaled to 447.5 crores of rupees from the authorities. In a regulatory filing, HUL said these orders are currently appealable and it will make an assessment. Flipkart co-founder Vinny Bansal has reportedly launched his own startup to provide end-to-end solutions to e-commerce firms. Bansal had parted ways with Flipkart following its acquisition by Walmart in 2018. Bansal's startup, named Opdoor, will provide services to e-commerce firms related to design, product, human resources, and other back-end support. You're liking the video, like and share. Bill Ackman, one of the best-known hedge fund managers around, defends wife Neri Oxman, who was accused of plagiarism. MIT professor, architect, and designer Neri Oxman has been accused of plagiarism in her academic work. Versuni India Home Solutions Limited is a manufacturer that opened a new manufacturing facility in Ahmedabad, India. Versuni India, which was formerly known as Philips Domestic Appliances, will manufacture air fryers and garment steamers. It is supposed to create about 1,000 jobs in the next 3 years. ID Fresh Food appoints Rajat Divakar as its India CEO. ID Fresh Food has announced the appointment this month. PC Mustafa, who led ID Fresh for nearly 2 decades, will now be the global CEO and continue to serve as chairman of board of directors. Zomato announced the liquidation of its subsidiaries in Vietnam and Poland, marking its exit from 10 international markets in less than a year. The subsidiaries include Zomato Vietnam Company Limited and Poland's Gastronauci. Haldiram's Foods International Private Limited is entering premium chocolate market with its Coco Bay brand. As the company claims that chocolates are made from authentic cocoa and other premium ingredients, Coco Bay chocolates are designed to appeal to Indian palates with a combination of fruit flavors and spices. Moving to the startup sector, Subramaniam Reddy, who is the founder and chief executive of Upgrad-owned edtech company Knowledge Hut, has resigned from his position after serving nearly 13 years at the company. Front Desk CEO Jesse DePinto laid off company's entire 200% workforce during a 2-minute Google Meet call. The CEO reportedly told employees that the company would be filing for a state receivership, which is an alternative to bankruptcy. Moving to the technology sector, Tata Consultancy Services is facing accusations of unethical transfer practices. The nascent Information Technology Employees Senate (NITES) filed a complaint with the Ministry of Labour and Employment. The complaint claims that TCS transferred over 2,000 employees without sufficient lead time or consultation. Nikesh Arora, chairman and CEO of Palo Alto Networks, has emerged as one of the few non-founder tech executives to enter the billionaires list. He worked with biggest companies in the world and is touted as the world's best paid executive. The Bengaluru City Civil Court referred a lawsuit between Wipro and its former CFO Jatin Dalal to arbitration. The court's decision allows Dalal's counter-petition to be admitted. The dispute is over an alleged violation of non-compete clause in Dalal's employment contract. TikTok is aiming to grow its US commerce business to $17.5 billion in 2024. This would be a tenfold increase from its current size. The TikTok strategy is to combine convenience of shopping on a platform like Amazon with the recommendations from TikTok influencers. Xerox, a company known for its digital printing and document management technologies, has announced that it will be reducing its workforce by 15%. This decision is a part of a larger plan to introduce a new organizational structure and operating model. The company had about 20,500 employees as of last year, meaning the layoffs would likely affect more than 3,000 employees. Apple faced a second downgrade this week due to growing concerns from iPhone sales. Harsh Kumar of Piper Sandler and Company cut his Apple ratings, citing a weak macro environment in China that will dampen the demand for iPhones. According to a ruling by National Labor Relations Board, Google illegally refused to bargain with unionized YouTube music workers. The ruling stems from a group of Texas-based contract workers for YouTube Music who voted to join the Alphabet Workers Union last year. Qualcomm announced plans to invest 177.27 crores in a new design center in Chennai. The new center will focus on wireless connectivity solutions, especially innovations that complement Wi-Fi technologies. Moving to the telecom sector, Airtel Africa has announced the retirement of Chief Executive Officer Olusegun Ogunsanya. With effect from 1st July, the company has also announced appointment of Sunil Taldar as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer to succeed Mr. Ogunsanya on his retirement. That's all from this week's news from across the sectors from India Business News 2024. We'll be back shortly with the next week's edition. Till then, stay curious, keep learning.